They should just rename Canada to Quebec and then move the capital to Montreal. Honestly, sure, why not? I don't know. I've heard worse ideas. You could just about rename the country to anything and move the capital anywhere, and I wouldn't care. No disrespect to Ottawa, but I think the only thing keeping the capital of Canada in Ottawa is like inertia and the fact that people are worried about like what would happen to Ottawa if the capital moved. It's like when one of your friends is depressed but they have abs, and you're kind of like, I feel for him. Thank God they got the abs. That gives them a little bit of time to work on the mental stuff. But if they lost the abs, they gotta talk to somebody straight away. Don't fuck with Ottawa, please. I like Ottawa! I do think that a lot of the things I like about it are related to the fact that the government is there, so there's lots of like really stable jobs, which allows like cool restaurants and other stuff to pop up around it. And if they happen to move the capital, then maybe some of those cool restaurants would be like, we don't need to be here anymore. What does Vancouver have? People like to live here because the weather's nice. That's like the big one for sure. God-awful sports teams? Yeah. Do we even have like god-awful sports teams? We have like one team. You don't need to be here anymore. You need to be here. If anything, it's like more of a burn that we only have the one team. Oh, right, the Whitecaps and the BC Lions. Good public transit. Yeah, I think people in Vancouver don't know how good we got it. It's not good by like Asian or European standards, I'm sure, but it's like really good by Canadian standards. But then people like the downtown, but like the city of Vancouver proper has like less than 1 million people. People will post like insane shit like I went to Tokyo and the transit blew me away. Yeah, motherfucker, like 40 million people live there. And there's remarkably little urban sprawl. Like, they're doing pretty well in Vancouver, man. With 2% of Tokyo's population. Tokyo, Japan, bad chest. I mean, okay, but public transit is really good in Tokyo. That's not bad chest. It's a model for the rest of the world. Although I do think they shouldn't be, like, pushing people into the trains. Like, I guess I shouldn't tell them like how to do their infrastructure. It just scares me. I don't ever want to be like pushed into a subway train and wedged between like not onto the tracks. I mean Okay, now go to Switzerland. You'll find places the size of Kingston with public transit that's better than Vancouver. Okay, maybe I'll go to Switzerland where like a latte is $35 too. Get owned. At least in Vancouver, a latte is only $32. As a Swiss, +4. You know what's great is that I think people from Switzerland like it when I slander their country, because from what I understand, they don't want other people going there. So, if anything, they're probably like, keep up the good work. Keep up the bon travail. Does that work? Bon is feminine? Okay, bon. Bon travail. Oh, you're saying work isn't feminine? I mean, I wouldn't say it. The kind of people hold me to a higher standard because I'm like an influencer or whatever, but that is fucked up. That is... I'm going to UBC for school for a few years. Any tips on what to see or do? Honestly, like you're kind of... Fuck you, Chad. Let's just fuck you. Not because you're a bad person, but because genuinely... UBC has like an absolutely, I mean, a sterling academic reputation within Canada and pretty good internationally. It has a gorgeous campus that's right on the ocean, surrounded by lush, beautiful trees and green parks. It's separated from the rest of the city by a park that's like 3 kilometers long. You don't need my recommendations. You're in a great spot. Congratulations and fuck you. Say, Chad, say it. No, don't say it. That's rude. I can't believe you guys were indulging me on that one. You're sending me mixed messages here. Just go to school, take your classes, and then walk out, and try not to take for granted that you're in like a absolutely beautiful part of the world. But I mean, you're in a beautiful part of the world, but you're also in a beautiful city within a beautiful part of the world, which is like crazy on top of that. Like, people will be like, oh, I love Vancouver, it's so nice. And then they'll fucking live in like, hang on, I gotta choose wisely here. Then they'll live in Kitsilano. Ew! Your ass moved from New York City to Kitsilano? One road ass Kitsilano, best sushi restaurants, a 3 out of 5? Your ass moved to Fairview? You moved from Brooklyn to Fairview? Where the view ain't even that fair? But UBC is a different story. I mean, that's it's a gorgeous part of the town. You took the walk to Poland? Is this anything? What's your problem with Fairview? Bro, nobody here lives... Okay, fucking fine. Fairview's okay. What's Fairview? Fairview's fucking like, I don't know. It's around like the Broadway Canby region. At least you got amenities. At least you don't live in South Granville. Another T-Rex! Yes, I'm Vancouver posting. Oh, another T-Rex! Another T-Rex? A boar is still pretty good. We're narrowing down where he lives? How do you know I didn't say my own district? What's wrong with South Granville? Granville Street just kind of pisses me off. Because, like, it runs straight through Shaughnessy, which is probably the neighborhood I should have spotlighted for being, like, the worst neighborhood in Vancouver, because it's annoying. I'm gonna get a lot of +2s for Hayden on Shaughnessy. Oh, is that a 10-piece? Okay, Maine and Hastings is worse. But Shaughnessy's annoying. It's like, hey, we got the most beautiful park in the city and all this land. What should we do with it? How about just like every block has one house on it? And what else is there? A beautiful park, maybe a golf course, and then like 7 lanes of traffic on Granville Street, all trying to get to Van Dusen Botanical Gardens. Anyway, /marker me. Me making fun of the Canucks for not having any Stanley Cup wins when Edmonton Oilers haven't won it since the 90s. No! You making fun of anything from Vancouver when your ass lives in Edmonton! No! Sorry, I just got back. It could be worse. You could live in Calgary. Or anywhere else in Alberta that isn't Edmonton or Calgary as well. Or anywhere in Manitoba. And then anywhere in Saskatchewan. Have I offended everybody yet? That's all right. Well, hey, New Brunswick as well. New Brunswick is a little bit across the country, but we'll throw that in there.